So I've been playing around with this new AI character creator, and I've got to tell you that I'm actually blown away. Within just one prompt or a single image, I was able to create consistent characters that I can use over and over again in different scenes and scenarios. And you don't need hundreds of training images or any experience to make this work. OpenArt has literally revolutionized how we create and work with AI characters. I'm talking about taking one single image and turning it into a fully consistent character that you can pose, animate, and place in any scene you can imagine. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do this step by step. We're going to create a character together, make it move, bring it to life, and I'll even show you some tricks that most people don't know about. Alright, so let's get started with OpenArt. I'll leave a link in the description down below where you can try this out for yourself. After registering for the platform, you'll be directed to the home page. Now we've got two main sections here that you need to know about. First, we've got image creation, and then we've got storytelling mode. Trust me, both are absolutely fantastic, but today we're going to focus on creating our character first. Once you click on Create Image, you'll be directed to the AI image generator. On the left side, you'll find the AI model picker and a prompt box, along with rendering settings like aspect ratio, image to image, reference, and more. From this button here, you can actually switch to a different AI image generation model. For example, there's Flux Realism, which is one of the best models and my personal favorite. I've been using it for a while now, and the results are just insane. Let's say I want a cinematic photo of an ancient Viking standing in front of a frozen Grand Temple entrance. I'll specify some details about the appearance of my character, choose my aspect ratio, and then hit create. And there you have it. This is exactly what I mean when I say OpenArt is different from other AI tools. The level of detail and consistency you get is just incredible. Alright, now when it comes to creating consistent characters, OpenArt actually gives you three different options, and trust me, each one is powerful in its own way. Under the storytelling mode, I'll click on consistent character. Now I've tested all of these and I'm going to show you exactly how each one works. Option number one is creating a character using just a text description. It's literally as simple as writing out what you want your character to look like. Physical attributes, outfits, style, and basically anything you want to include. For example, I wrote a female alchemist in a vintage laboratory, leather gloves and goggles, Victorian steampunk attire, and look what OpenArt created. The second option, the one we're going to focus on today, is starting with a single reference image. I've been using this to create characters for my own content, and it saved me so much time. And then there's option 3, which is the usual approach, using multiple images to train a custom character. This is great if you have lots of reference material, like if you're trying to recreate a specific person or character. But you don't actually need this anymore for most use cases. We're going to focus on the single image workflow, and I'm going to show you how to take just one photo or one AI-generated image and turn it into a complete consistent character that you can use in any scene you want. First, click on Start with One Image under the character creation options. Now I've got this image of Leora, who I imagine as a really cool time-traveling adventurer, but you can literally use any high-quality image you want. It could be an AI-generated image, a photo, or even artwork. Here's what you need to do. Give your character a name. I'm going to type in Leora right here. Then, all you need to do is upload your image. You can either drag and drop it right here, or click Upload and select it from your files. Now, here's something really important that a lot of people miss. Make sure your reference image is clear and shows your character's features well. I found that front-facing or 3/4 view images work best. Trust me, this will make a huge difference in the quality of your results. Once you've got your image uploaded, just hit Create Character, and OpenArt will start its training process. This usually takes about 5 to 10 minutes, which is actually insane when you think about it. I mean, training an AI model would take hours, but OpenArt has optimized this process like crazy. Alright, now we've got our character trained and ready to go, so let's create some great scenes with her. First, I'll click Create with our character selected. Now, from experience, there are a few really important settings that you need to know about to get the best results. Let me show you what I mean. There's this slider here under character called weight. From all my testing, I've found that you want to increase this a little bit. I usually set it around 0.8. This ensures that your character stays consistent and doesn't suddenly look like a completely different person. There's also an option here named Strictly Keep Key Character Features. It's on by default to help maintain a consistent character. However, if you want your character to have a different hairstyle, clothes, or just be more flexible in general, you can turn it off to get more diverse results. Now let's write our first prompt. I'm going to type in Leora explores a futuristic desert city. Neon signs illuminate these sandy streets with cinematic lighting. Make sure you keep your character's name at the beginning of the prompt, as this helps openart understand who the main focus should be. And here's what it generated. You can clearly see that Leora looks exactly like our reference image, but now she's in this completely different environment. The facial features and clothing style are all consistent. This is actually mind-blowing when you think about it. Let me show you another example. This time, let's try something completely different. I'll type in Leora sits in an ancient library surrounded by floating magical books, soft candlelights. Now that looks amazing. It's the same character again, but in a totally different scene. Let's try turning off the strictly keep key character features option and generate the same image, but with her having longer hair and a different outfit. As you can see, the results look fantastic. The character is still recognizable, but we've changed her appearance a bit to match our vision. Sometimes it takes a couple of tries to get exactly what you want, but that's totally normal. The key is that your character will stay consistent throughout all these generations. Now, if you're following along and trying this yourself, you might notice that sometimes the results aren't perfect on the first try. That's totally normal, and actually, I've got some tricks to fix that, which I'm about to show you. If you click on the Edit button, you'll be directed into the editing mode. Now, this isn't just your basic editor. openart has some seriously powerful tools that can take your character from good to absolutely perfect. First up, let's look at what I consider the most interesting feature, the Edit People tool. Let's say we're not completely happy with how Leora's face turned out in this scene. I'm going to select the Edit People option, and now I've got instant access to face enhancement and hand correction. The crazy thing is, you don't even need to write complex prompts here. Just click Enhance Face and openart knows exactly what to do. It maintains your character's features while improving the overall quality. However, in this case, I don't think I need to make any changes to Leora's face. We can also use the Remove tool to get rid of things we don't want in the scene. For example, if there's an issue with our character's anatomy, we can simply select the problematic area and remove it. In this photo, Leora has an extra knee, so I'll select that area and click Remove. Now let's say you want to change something specific, like Leora's outfit details. Click on In-Painting mode and select the area you want to change. I'm going to select this part of her jacket, and now you can literally describe what you want instead. I'll type detailed steampunk leather jacket with brass detailing and watch what happens. As you can see, it perfectly added the new detail while maintaining the lighting and composition of the scene. This is actually game-changing for character consistency. Alright, now I'm going to show you something that's absolutely insane, which is the 3D pose editor. This feature literally takes your character scenes to the next level. When you're in the character creation mode, you'll see an option called Pose Your Character. When you click on that, you'll get this incredible 3D model that you can manipulate however you want. Now, there are actually two ways to use this. First, if you're just getting started or want to work quickly, openart has this amazing library of preset poses that you can find on this drop-down menu. They've got everything from basic standing poses to dynamic action shots. For our example with Leora, I want to create this epic scene where she's sitting in an empty desert. Instead of trying to describe this perfectly in the prompt, I'll select arms resting on knees from the preset library, and then we can adjust it to be exactly what we want. The control points on the model allow complete customization of your character's pose. I'm going to adjust the head angle slightly and raise one of the arms a bit. You can literally control every aspect of the pose. Now I'm going to adjust our view to be slightly from below, which will make the scene more dramatic. This is how you get those really cinematic looking shots. Once you've got your pose exactly how you want it, click Update Pose. Now openart will generate what's called a depth map. This helps the AI understand exactly how your character should be positioned in the scene. Let me show you what happens when we generate this. So I'll write something about Leora sitting on a desert cliff at golden hour with the wind in her hair, while gazing at endless dunes. As you can see, the pose is exactly how we set it up, and Leora looks consistent with our reference, and the scene just looks absolutely epic. Now we're actually going to bring our character to life using openart's integration with Kling 1.6. Once you've generated an image you're happy with, you'll see this image to video option right here at the top. This is actually openart's direct integration with Kling 1.6, which in my opinion is currently the most advanced AI video generation model. You can also use Hailu's video model, which is also amazing. For this example, I've generated this shot of Leora in a high-tech laboratory. Now if you click on image to video, you'll see a prompt box appear. So I'll type in the camera movements, which should be slow and around the character and should reveal the laboratory equipment. I'll also add in smooth cinematic movement in my prompt. The key here is to be specific about the type of movement you want. We've just turned our static image into a fully animated scene. The camera movement is smooth, Leora stays completely consistent, and the lighting adjusts perfectly throughout the orbit. As for the duration, I usually set this to about 5 to 10 seconds for most scenes, but you can go longer if you need to. Just remember that longer videos will take more time to generate. Here's another example. This time, we'll try something more dynamic. I've got this image of Leora examining a holographic display. For this one, I'll write, camera starts wide and slowly pushes in toward the character, focusing on the detailed holographic elements. The results are just incredible. Now you can create entire sequences of your character in different situations with professional-looking camera movements, all from a single reference image. When you're writing your camera movement prompts, try to think cinematically. Instead of just saying camera moves, be specific about the emotion you want to convey. Think about dramatic reveals or subtle detail shots. The AI actually understands these concepts and will adjust the movement accordingly. If you want to try this out for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description down below. Trust me, having a tool like this is absolutely game-changing. It's gonna save you so much time while giving you professional level results. Thanks for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.